Hello my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite skincare products, sunscreen. I cannot live without sunscreens. I have to use them every single day. And I have for that reason tried so many sunscreens because I think it's so difficult to find like the right one for your skin type, and it depends if you have oily skin, sensitive skin, dry skin, combination and all of that. I have like a combination skin type that's more towards the oily type, especially during summers my skin gets really oily. But since 2 or 3 years since now I'm in a colder country, I also get like dry skin, specifically during winter time. So for me it was a big challenge to try and find the right sunscreen, and I have today with me 3 different types of sunscreens from Missha. Now Missha is a Korean company, and you guys know I love Korean skincare products. And I thought I'll do like a quick review because this might be useful for a lot of you guys. They are quite international, and I've also used Missha products when I was back in India, I think through Nykaa, so I'm sure you guys can get hold of it. Here I could get like an official European website for Missha, and I think they do deliver for Switzerland, Germany and Austria. But you'll definitely find Missha, it's not that difficult to get. So let's just start by saying what's common in all these 3 sunscreens. Now I have 2 SPF 50 and 1 SPF 45, but we'll get back to that later when I talk about each sunscreen. So what's common about these sunscreens, the 3 of these that I'm reviewing today? They are chemical type of sunscreen. Now I have used physical sunscreens in the past. With physical sunscreens it becomes a little bit difficult because they tend to leave like a white cast on the skin, and chemical sunscreens, they somehow penetrate a little bit deeper, and mostly they do not leave a white cast. Specifically talking about these 3, they do not leave any white cast, so I think that's perfect for different colored people, different skin tones. All of these 3 are highly easy to absorb, so you'll apply it and you just feel like a moisturizer or sort of essence serum consistency, and they do have different consistencies which I will talk later about, but they do absorb very beautifully and it's very quick, so it doesn't feel like you have to like rub that in for a long time. So that's common about all of these. They have a little bit of scent that does linger for a while and then it fades off. All of these are very lightweight. Like I said, they spread very evenly, they spread very quickly. I've suited my sensitive skin. I did not break out with any of these. They do not block my pores, so that's a blessing. And they are quite fairly priced. These 2 sunscreens retail for 13 euros each. The price might slightly differ in the States, I'm not sure, but it's not going to be drastic. So let's say a few dollars here and there. So these 2 are 13 euros each, and they both come with 50 ml tubes, and this one is a bit more. This is 70 ml and you pay around 19 euros for this one. And that being said, I think it's fairly priced. I have, like I've mentioned, I have used physical sunscreens before, not too much of chemical ones because I would always break out with chemical sunscreens. And with physical sunscreens, again, I would roughly pay the same amount or sometimes even more, and I think for that price, if you can get like a good Korean sunscreen, why not? That being said, let's start with one sunscreen at a time. I'm going to start with this one. This is the Essence Sunscreen SPF 45 PA+++. Now this one I would say is more for dry skinned people, dry to normal skin, and it is slightly thicker than the rest of the sunscreens. It has a velvety, dewy finish, so it does leave like this little bit of dew, a little bit of glass skin look. That's why I said it's more for the dry skin people. And like I mentioned at the start of the video, that I have more oily combination skin type. So for me, this is a sunscreen that would work during the colder time of the year. So I'm very much looking forward to use this during winter. And also I think I usually stick to anything above SPF 45. So for winter, this is like the lowest that I can get. Even if there's like no sun, I need at least 45. During summer when I use this, initially it felt very good in the morning after my morning skincare routine. When I would apply this, it would give me like that dewy finish. But I knew as soon as I stepped out and I started doing like just heading to work, and in just few hours I would feel like my skin becomes a little bit oily, and I had that problem with most of the sunscreens, and I have to use setting powder or loose powder just all over my face. I don't use any foundation or concealer on a daily basis. But after the sunscreen, I would still apply like a little bit of loose powder to kind of keep everything in place and to keep my face a little bit matte. So I would say this is more for the people with dry skin. Now, the next sunscreen, the Aqua, is more liquid in consistency as compared to the Essence. This is extremely cooling, very soothing. I just apply this and I feel like, I feel so calm. It somehow reminds me of aloe vera gel. You know, when you have like a bad day in the sun and you just want to apply something cold, it reminds me of that. As soon as you apply it, you just feel like little relief. This is also, I found, very hydrating, somehow very nourishing than the other one. And also it felt like it has like a lot of water consistency, so it felt, of course, the Aqua, and I don't know if it was just because I was reading the label while I was using it every time, but it just felt like it reminded me of hydration, it reminded me of water. So that is something to keep in mind. For me, this gave me dewy finish throughout the day during summer, so that was wonderful. And during winter, of course, I think this is going to go like semi-matte, not completely matte, but this could be a good option for people with I would say normal to combination to oily skin type, but not completely dry. If dry skin people might try this during winter specifically, I think you're just going to feel like extremely mattifying, and I don't think dry skin people would like to have that feeling of a little bit of matte dry finish on their face. So this is definitely for normal combination to oily skin people. And the last sunscreen, this actually differs from this line if you see, but I just wanted to talk about this one, so I thought that's the complete idea of doing this video. So this is the Soft Finish Sun Milk SPF 50 PA+++. This bottle is over. This is actually my second bottle, and I think I just need to stock this up because it just kind of goes out of stock. I love this sunscreen. I love it, love it, love it. This is perfect for oily skin people, combination to oily. You guys are gonna love this. This is so good. I have forgotten the count of how many people I've already advised this. If anybody ever comes to me and says, I'm looking for a sunscreen where I don't feel like a grease ball, I'm saying get this one. The consistency is the most watery out of all of these sunscreens. I pour it out, I apply it on my skin, and it feels like it transforms into a powder, and I have no idea how that works. Like, I'll apply it on my skin and I do not have to use any setting powder, any loose powder, nothing. This just transforms my skin into complete matte. And for me, this will work wonderfully during winter because I layer my skincare products, and then I can use my heavy moisturizers during my morning skincare routine and then apply this, and I think that would give me like the dewy finish. So I'm very much excited, very much looking forward to that. It takes a bit to kind of blend in because it has like that powder suspension, so definitely do not leave any white cast on my skin, but I have to somehow like rub it in, and I try to use only my fingers to rub in the sunscreen, and even after that I feel like, you know, this is all matte as compared to the rest of my hand or the rest of my palm. And there is like you know, to keep the liquids emulsifying and to mix everything, there's like a metal ball inside. It's usually, we used to get those in old nail paints. I don't know if they still do it, and you kind of have to shake that every time you use it. So I think that kind of combines the powdery formula with the liquid sunscreen formula. I'm not sure, that's just a theory I came up with, but I think that explains the entire metal ball inside. So yeah, that's it about today's video. I hope you guys found it useful, and if you all have any doubts, you can leave the questions in the comment section below, or you can DM me on Instagram. I'm looking forward to making another video soon. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time I come out with a new video. I'm sending you lots of love. Bye bye.